Gary Neville is a man who holds strong opinions on Liverpool FC, and they certainly are not positive ones, often being described as obsessed with the Reds, as he always seems to have something to say about them, regardless of what they're doing. In his latest interview, Gary has had a meltdown about Liverpool FC, as the Reds very clearly still live rent-free in the die-hard Manchester United man. We will watch this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Gary Neville never has anything nice to say about the Reds, always going out of his way to complain about something Liverpool have done, even when it doesn't concern him. As frustrating as it can be at times, sometimes it creates memorable moments where Neville loses his head, which is always great to see. Today we are going to share a video with you from earlier today, where Gary has a huge meltdown talking about Liverpool. Have a listen to this.
Not that Arsenal didn't seize the opportunity, just a very, very strong Liverpool side did.
Not quite. I mean, yeah, you're right. Liverpool have been strong, but Arsenal should have been closer to them. Arsenal of last season are as good, if not better, than the Liverpool of this season. So Arsenal should be neck and neck with Liverpool.
The injury crisis, though.
I know, but you've got a plan for that. I mean, Arsenal haven't signed a striker for 3 years, and now it's woe me about the fact they haven't got a striker. They've got Havertz up front, they've got Jesus. He doesn't fancy, to be fair, Jesus anyway as a striker. Havertz is his only option, and surely you've got a plan in a 55-game season that you're going to lose a player or two. So the idea that they haven't got backup for Havertz and Jesus is, for me, not right. And, you know, they've left themselves short in the transfer window. They've signed loads of players to cover for the fact that Saliba was the problem 2 years ago, when they obviously fell away in the last part of the season. So they've signed loads of centre-backs. They then had a problem, they reckon, last year with midfield, so they've signed players in that area. So for me, they've left themselves short, Arsenal, and it's been through poor recruitment and a little bit of rigidity with the set pieces. If Arsenal had the number of points last season or this season, then they would be champions. So for me, yeah, Arsenal have dropped off this year, and that's something that will cause Mikel Arteta a problem. I think he's done a great job, but he needs to get back to that level that he was last season, next season.
It is hilarious to watch this man refuse to give Arne Slot and Liverpool credit for being amazing this season. To put into perspective, this time last season, Arsenal had lost 4 games and had less points than Liverpool this season, who have only lost 1 game. So when Gary said Liverpool this season are not better than Arsenal last season, he has no idea what he is talking about. The man is deluded and can't accept seeing his team's biggest rivals dominating the league, while his team sit in the bottom half of the table. Keep crying, Gary. Let me know your thoughts on his comments down below. In other news, Mohamed Salah's private message to Micah Richards could be the key to boosting Liverpool's hopes of securing the star forward's future at the club. Salah, who continues to set records and dazzle on the pitch, netted another brace in Liverpool's 3-1 victory over Southampton. Despite his ongoing brilliance, his long-term future at Anfield remains uncertain. However, a revelation from Micah Richards offers a glimmer of hope for Liverpool fans. Richards, now a TV pundit, shared an interesting story from his brief time playing alongside Salah at Fiorentina during the second half of the 2014-15 season. Both players were on loan, Richards from Manchester City and Salah from Chelsea. Reflecting on their time together, Richards revealed on BBC's Match of the Day that Salah had expressed a clear dream back then, to one day play for Liverpool. Salah, we talk about him so many times. He's breathtaking. When I say he's breathtaking, it's not because he has a great game all the time, but because he scores, he's clinical, and he punishes you all the time, Richards said. I remember when I was at Fiorentina with him, he always said his dream was to play for Liverpool, and now he's living out his dream and doing amazingly well. Salah's performance this season has been nothing short of historic. His 2 goals against Southampton brought his Premier League tally to 27 for the season, leaving him just 9 goals short of Erling Haaland's all-time record, with 9 games still to play. Additionally, Salah is only 3 assists away from matching the joint record of 20, held by Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. His 44 goal involvements have already tied the all-time record, meaning Salah needs just 1 more to break new ground in Premier League history. As talk of Salah being a serious contender for the Ballon d'Or intensifies, so too does speculation about his future. Salah's name is now etched among Liverpool's all-time greats, having climbed to third on the club's list of top scorers. He is just 42 goals away from surpassing the legendary Roger Hunt in second place. Yet whether he will stay at Anfield long enough to break that record remains in question. Richards' comments, however, offer a tantalising hint. Salah's long-standing desire to play for Liverpool and his current form suggest a deep connection to the club. These sentiments could play a crucial role in contract negotiations, as Liverpool fans and management hope that Salah's dream will keep him wearing red for years to come. Before we get into our next story, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. We post all the latest news every day, so be sure to join our fast-growing community. Thank you, let's get back into the video. Finally, Virgil van Dijk has admitted that he hasn't seen Arne Slot angrier than he was at half-time against Southampton. Liverpool may have won 3-1 at Anfield on Saturday, but the opening 45 minutes were arguably as poor as the Reds have been all season. The Premier League leaders trailed 1-0 to struggling Southampton at the break, with Van Dijk and Alisson badly at fault for Will Smallbone's goals. Slot addressed the situation at half-time, and when asked if it was the angriest he had ever seen him, the skipper admitted as much. Yes, but if you look at the first half, he had every right to be angry, Van Dijk explained. And I think, from his point of view as well, it was even more frustrating to see. But we did what we all wanted in the second half, and what he wanted as well, and now we move on. He wasn't happy, and he had every right to not be. No one was really happy with the first half performance, but we are all human beings, and we had no intention to play the first half like we did. Unfortunately, we did, but we turned it around. That's part of football. Van Dijk also discussed his part in Southampton's goal, which saw him fail to clear the danger, allowing Smallbone to open the scoring. Sometimes these things can happen in football, unfortunately, he added. Apart from that, I don't think there were many problems at all, but unfortunately, these things happen, and it was just miscommunication. Quite what happened in that first half on Saturday is up for debate, but it was clear that Liverpool were miles off the pace. They may have been fatigued from their excursions away to Paris Saint-Germain, or arguably have taken Saints for granted. Huge improvements are required when PSG head to Anfield on Tuesday, however, or their Champions League dream will be under threat. Van Dijk's error was a rare slip-up, but given what a fantastic captain he has been, he will ensure that Liverpool are switched on against Luis Enrique's side. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.